Today I'm going to discuss about antibacterial agents. When is meant by chemotherapeutic agents, which is also a category of the drugs which acts on the microorganisms or we use for any type of infective agents. So out of various infective agents like bacteria, virus and fungi, we have a common infection which is caused by the bacteria. So hence today we are going to discuss about the antibacterial agents. Now basically there is a um, common scenario regarding the chemotherapeutic agents are very selective in toxicity, and we commonly use the name as antibiotics, and these antibiotics are nothing but the chemicals which is produced from a bacteria and which will kill the other infective agents or it will inhibit their growth. So they are commonly named as the antimicrobials. Now, what is the common difference between the bacteria? And we have different types of bacteria, which commonly we are classifying them as a gram-positive and gram-negative agents or gram-negative organisms. And this gram staining is a procedure with which we identify these gram-positive or gram-negative organisms. Now, there is a common difference in case of bacteria with staining procedure. This is mainly because of the presence of their cell wall, which consists of with a different substances. Like for example, we have the peptidoglycans and we have lipid membranes, and this differences and the number of layers of these peptidoglycans and the lipid layers will make the difference in case of the bacteria as gram positive and gram negative. For example, in case of your gram-positive bacteria, they have multiple numbers of peptidoglycan layer, and in case of gram-negative bacteria, it consists of with one or two layers. But apart from this, you will be having another a protective layer, which is made up of with the lipids. So hence, when we do the gram staining procedure, due to the presence of this lipid content, most of this stain was been not yet entered into the gram negative bacteria. So hence we classify this both gram positive and gram negative bacteria because of the staining, which represents the peptidoglycan layers and the presence of lipid membrane as an additional protective membrane in case of the gram negative bacteria. Now, the common scenario of various antibacterial agents is based upon with the contents of the bacteria which can be inhibited, and that leads to produces the antibacterial effect. So one of the simple technique is first thing is we can damage the cell wall, and once the cell wall is damaged, so there will be a cell lysis or cell leakage will take place, and that leads to cell death. Second thing is we can inhibit their various intracellular requirements. For example, in case of their ionic contents, if you modify or if you change the homeostasis of the intracellular region of your bacteria, then again the bacteria may undergo for lysis or it may subside with their further growth. And next thing is basically the bacteria will not have all the cell organelles and they don't have very specific nuclear membrane and all the structures. So hence they'll be having the genetic material and the other requirements like ribosomes, which is responsible for protein synthesis. Now we have a few of the drugs which can inhibit the DNA replication or DNA synthesis, and second step is we can inhibit the expression of their proteins which is required for the further cell division, and this is produced by the gene expression process in the bacteria, and the formation of mRNA is the first step in the gene expression as a transcription process, and the next process is the translation, where we have the synthesis of mRNA synthesis of protein from the mRNA. So hence We inhibit the protein synthesis by inhibiting the ribosomes, which reads the codons which is present in case of the mRNA. So this is a common scenario which we have in case of your antibiotics, and hence depends upon these mechanisms. We have classified all these antibacterial agents into different classes like cell wall synthase inhibitors and folic acid metabolism or anti-folate drugs, or the drugs which will inhibit the DNA replication, that is your quinolones, and the drugs which will inhibit the RNA polymerase, that is a DNA directed RNA polymerase. For example, preferably this is used in case of antitubercular drugs like rifampin, and the common antibiotics is higher antibiotics, we can say, like protein synthesis inhibitors, which will act in case of two different subunits of your ribosomes, that is 30S and 50S subunits. So there are list of drugs. What we have over here is all the drugs which is very familiar for us, like penicillin derivatives or cephalosporins. These are all considered in case of the cell wall synthase inhibitors, and in case of the sulfonamides are considered in case of the folic acid metabolism inhibitors, and quinolones where the ciprofloxacin or levofloxacin or norfloxacin, all these drugs are considered in case of the DNA gyrase inhibitors, which is inhibiting the DNA replication process. And many of the macrolide antibiotics are considered in case of the protein synthesis inhibitors. So here I am giving just an outline about a few antibiotics which is isolated from the various microorganism sources, and this is a list of few of the known antibiotics. Thank you.